Next week, the Nationwide Series stat page will say first win, David Reagan, right here at Talladega. Tell us about coming around the outside and getting it.
Well, that was an exciting race. You know, we had some water temperature problems at the beginning, and Mike Kelly and all the team did a great job. Just very proud of our Discount Tire Ford Fusion team. We've been waiting for this for a long time. I didn't know if it would come this weekend or not, but a lot of fun, a lot of emotions. We got 500 miles to do it again tomorrow, so just got to thank the fans for coming out here. Thank Nationwide, you know, Coca-Cola, Valvoline, certainly UPS, a lot of people for standing behind me. We've had a lot of fun, and hopefully there's some more of these things.
Now, we can go back and look at the tape, but do you remember where you were with one lap to go and thinking about, how am I going to get there?
Well, you know, I was kind of content with the top five. No one seemed to be able to really run on the outside and really push hard, and you know, I got to give credit to Joey Logano. He helped me out, an old Legends car buddy. You know, I just kind of saw him beating and banging there first and second, and said, what the heck, let's jump to the outside and see what we can make of it. And we did a good job. Like I said, Mike Kelly and our whole Discount Tire team, very proud of him. And Eric Darnell takes over next week, so I guess a good way to end of a little stretch.
David, you won the race. You'll have a conversation with your teammate in the 16, Matt Kenseth. How do you think that will go?
Well, certainly we all try to cut each other a lot of slack, and it looked like Matt was going up the hill. They had a good run, and I thought that I had a good run on the bottom. And, you know, he came back down about the time that I was there at his left rear quarter, and certainly feel bad for the 16 City Financial team and Jack Roush. It cost him a good finish. You know, but we'll chat a little bit, and I'm sure that we'll move on. Like I said, we got 500 miles tomorrow, and we'll try to do it again. Turning back to victory lane here, you know, Mike Kelly has been working at this for a while. This whole team has stayed behind you. What does this mean to you guys? It means a lot. You know, these are a lot of guys. It's probably their first time in victory lane, and certainly we all came into the series with you know, one thing in mind, and that was to be successful and try to win races. And you know, it's been a good 2 years, but it's been rough at times. So certainly feels good to win here, and we don't need to make this the last one or the only one for a little while. So maybe it'll give us some drive to keep digging.
Go celebrate with these guys. David Reagan in victory lane at Talladega.
Oh my, how NASCAR, one racetrack that gave his father his most violent day in terms of bad wrecks, gives the son a cherished memory he will never forget. David Reagan, the 23-year-old, finally in his 85th career start, is a NASCAR Nationwide Series winner here at Talladega. The Aaron's 312 at Talladega is history for the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and we told you that if you watch this racing at Talladega, you would not be disappointed. What a finish, and what a day for former Rookie of the Year, Ken Reagan, who won for the first time in his career. And how about the guy who was leading out of turn 4 on the last lap? Shannon.
Doc Crew Chief Ernie Cope just came up to me and said, why don't they have that start-finish line where they used to have it on the racetrack a little bit further down? Walk me through that last lap, or I guess the last half a lap.
Well, we had a good situation there with Junior behind us. He was pushing us, kept it pretty tight, and I was kind of running about half, three-quarters throttle, and I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but it was good enough to finish second. I knew what Junior was going to try to do, and I blocked that. I just didn't expect the 6 car to come sneaking up through 3 wide. Great race for the Ream Chevrolet today. Those guys, got to thank them, and Kevin and Delana for the opportunity to drive the race car.
Now, the car looked strong. The 33 car, you know, single car team in this Nationwide Series. How strong was that engine today?
The ECR engines were great. You know, got to thank those guys. They were good enough to get on the pole, and they were good enough to win the race. We just didn't get the right position at the right time, and you know, thank everybody for all their support at KHI. I guess they're leading the owners' points now, and that's one of their goals too.
That's right. That 33 car is leading the owner points. Ryan Newman did his job here today.
Fourth different driver for Kevin Harvick, and obviously another great finish for KHI with Ryan Newman bringing that car home in second position. Now, one of the rookie drivers we thought would end up with a top 5 finish went away in the final laps. A very, very hard crash by Justin Allgaier, top of your screen there in the 12 car.
So he gets a little tap from Kyle Busch, and then he goes and makes contact with Bobby Gerhart. This was a pretty hard impact for both these cars.
Well, we have caught up with Justin Allgaier. Let's talk with him. Jamie?
Justin Allgaier, another solid performance. First time here in the Nationwide car, but it ended early. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're definitely fine. It's just a shame for all the guys on the Verizon Wireless Dodge. You know, we had such a good run, and we put ourselves in position. You know, we knew we weren't going to win the race right there at the end, but, you know, Kyle, I know he's trying to come back to the front after coming down pit road, but just it was a bad call. You know, I know we're supposed to show respect to the Cup guys, and sometimes you don't get it back. So just a rough day, like I said, for all the guys on the team, and we'll go get them next weekend.
You were standing here watching the finish of the race with me. David Reagan is the guy that you guys pretty much have raced together in ARCA. Your thoughts seeing him in victory lane for the first time?
Well, it's definitely cool, you know, to see the end in the way that it did. You know, it was really neat to see him win his first race here, and you know, it would have been nice to be up there with him and be able to race up there and maybe get the victory ourselves. But you know, I'm congratulate to him, and hopefully we can do that somewhere else here real quick.
I have a feeling you're going to be in victory lane before too long. That's Justin Allgaier.
Thanks, Jamie. After 8 races, let's take a look at the NASCAR Nationwide Series point standings. Kyle Busch actually led 31 laps today and finished 10th, and he will extend his points lead. It was 47 coming in, now 62 points over Carl Edwards. And, of course, there's Reagan, who will not run the full schedule but gets the win today. Now, Kyle Busch, back-to-back top 10 finishes and expanding on that points lead. He was standing by with Vince.
Kyle Busch led the most laps, finished ahead of Carl Edwards. So from a championship perspective, are you pleased with how the day worked out?
No, not at all. But, you know, the Z-Lines Toyota was fast and deserved to be up there at the front. Just keep getting caught up in wrecks, none of our own doing for no reason during races.
There's Kyle Busch. As you can tell, not totally pleased with the day he had today, but in hindsight, guys, the big picture, I think he's got to be pretty happy with still having the points lead after this one here at Talladega.
Well, Kyle Busch not happy with the performance today. He'd like to obviously had a top 5, but one driver I've got to believe that has to be ecstatic with the performance of this whole team today, Tony Raines, coming home in 4th position. Shannon.
Doc, at the beginning of the show, we all picked our draft picks for today. I think someone should have gone with Tony Raines. We did speak with your crew chief right before that last run. He said he didn't think you guys were going to try to make a move, but when you saw everything that was going on in front of you, did you think about it?
I thought about it even on the last restart. I thought that if Junior would turn Newman and get him loose and I could slip by, I could win. But on the other hand, I thought if he turns Newman and collects me, I could finish, you know, 30th. So, you know, it was a flip of a coin. But I got on Junior down the backstretch and I never let off. You know, I was trying to push him by Newman and Newman was trying to block him. So very rarely do you see, you know, a second or third place car win on a green-white checker. But, you know, they were yelling at us about laying back, and then Reagan laid back a little bit, and he caught up, and he won the race, you know. But it was exciting, and to come out of here and finish in one piece for me at Talladega is saying something. So we had a lot of fun today, and it's a good shot in the arm for myself and the team. Yeah,
how important is this for you guys? You guys are still looking for full sponsorship for this team.
Yeah, we could, you know, we're underfunded, and we could sure use some help, you know. But Bob Jenkins he's doing this on the pocketbook that he has, and we don't always have the best stuff, but we have a lot of enthusiasm, and we work hard and trying to do the best we can with what we have. And a day like this really makes us feel good all the way around, and look forward to doing it some more.
Well, this money will be good for Tony Raines. A 4th place finish for the 34. Vince?
Jason Leffler, 2nd last weekend in Phoenix, 6th today. In the crush there at the finish, where were you, and did you feel like you had any opportunity at all to maybe put this a little higher up?
Well, yeah, my race started 6th, and had a whole lot of action on that last lap to finish 6th. So 20 was with me. I jumped up too soon, and he filled the gap. And luckily, Kyle Busch came along and gave me a shove, and then the 88 did. So we still ended up 6th. So all in all, it wasn't too bad. Great Clips car was good again, solid. Scott made an adjustment on that last pit stop, and it really picked it up. Got to thank everybody at the Fab Shop, John Dicing, everybody at Triad, and of course the pit stops have been awesome all year. So thank everybody. Great Clips, all their support. We got a great year going on.
Another good points day for the 38. Doc?
Indeed it was for Jason Leffler. And folks, if you liked what you saw here in NASCAR Nationwide Series action, you can get a ticket to the race. You can follow our exclusive coverage. Next week we're at Richmond, then at Darlington, of course Charlotte, Dover, Nashville. Tickets are available, www.nascar.com/tickets. And so the full 35 race, $55 million schedule for the NASCAR Nationwide Series right here on our family of networks. And what a finish today for David Reagan. And we talked about it being a family sport, and I wonder what the thoughts are of Ken Reagan, the dad of David, on his son's big day.